Welcome to the Thrift Store Kitchen Review, where I test all the weird junk from the thrift store so you don't have to. Welcome to the latest episode of the Thrift Store Kitchen Review. Good news! We're getting very close to 50 episodes, and we would love to have you there for that with us. So be sure to go ahead and mash that subscribe button and follow us on Facebook and TikTok as well for all our other content. So say you're about to have a date at someone's house and you tell her, hey, I'm going to bring some coffee. And she expects that you're going to bring Starbucks or something like that. But that's lame. That doesn't have aura. What has aura? Well, bringing a spy briefcase looking thing with an entire coffee service set inside from like the 1960s. And I've found exactly that. This is the Regal portable coffee set, and I found this at No Longer Bound thrift store in Woodstock, Georgia for only $14.99. So let's go ahead and open our coffee set and see what all we have inside. The main thing is we have a portable poly-perk electric percolator. We have a power cord for it. We actually have what appears to be the instruction manual. We have two miniature jars. I'm assuming one is for your coffee grounds, one is for sugar or creamer. We have a miniature manual can opener. Now these two slots right here were empty, and I had to figure out online by doing some research what went there, and it would be two metal spoons. So I don't have the original spoons, but I can put a couple of spoons in there. Finally, we have two miniature plastic coffee mugs. Now, we do have this rather large empty space that came in the case. Not sure what that was for, but I think I have an idea what it is the perfect size for. Yep, there we go. So I'm going to get this cleaned up, and we're going to see how good of coffee this makes. Alright, so I got everything cleaned up, and it's time for our hypothetical coffee rendezvous. So let's go ahead and open this up, and we'll go ahead and pull out the percolator first. Coffee brewed in plastic. Amazing. So what I'm going to do is I'm first going to fill this up with some water. Right there. And then we're going to put the basket in. If I can get that lined up. There we go. And here, gone ahead and cleaned up the jars and filled them with coffee. Had to be extra careful when I was cleaning these because the plastic is definitely deteriorating over time with these. That should be about sufficient. Put the lid back on. And now we'll close the top of the percolator. Now I have my power cord right here. There's a slot right here in the back. Which way does it go? There we go. And then I'm simply going to plug it in and let it start to run. Now, I'd imagine by now, percolators do have the automatic stop technology for when it is done. I've used a way older one which didn't, but usually by about this period of time, they did stop on their own. You can hear that it's already starting to heat up, so hopefully in about 10-15 minutes, it'll be ready to try. So our little percolator's been going for about 5 minutes now. You can hear it's brewing strong, it's steaming, and the coffee is smelling really good. So Even though I hadn't had a chance to actually test this thing out yet, the good news is it seems to be working. About 8 minutes in, this thing is going strong. Look how much steam is coming off of that. So just a couple more minutes and we should be done. Okay, so the coffee stopped percolating right at about 10 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug it, and I'm going to go ahead and open it and pull this basket out so that I don't get any grounds in my cup of coffee. Coffee looks good, nice and dark. This is kind of hot, so let me get this in the sink. All right, I'm gonna move this to the side. And we'll go ahead and open our case back up. Pull out one of the little cups. I did put some spoons in there just for appearance. And then in my other jar, I have my sugar. Put this out of the way. Go ahead and pour myself a little cup right here. Get myself just a little bit of sugar. And I do like some creamer in my coffee, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour in some of that. Looks quite good. Let me give my plastic brewed coffee a taste. Honestly, not too bad. Not too burnt like percolators tend to do. Honestly, it works great. Does exactly what it's supposed to. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything cleaned up. And then we have one more test for our little percolator right here. So we found out that the percolator from our portable coffee set can make a pretty decent cup of coffee. Now it's time to find out, will it glizz? So I have this filled up with water. Now what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to bend this hot dog. I'm going to need to get in there where it leaves me room to get the basket into the hole in the bottom. All right, there we go. Let me get the basket in. Put the lid on. And plug it in. Now, I've never percolated a hot dog, and something tells me that not many people have. But based on how quickly it got hot while making the coffee, I can't imagine this is going to take very long. Now, if you've never tuned into my channel before, you're probably wondering, why is this idiot percolating a hot dog? Well, the whole will it glizz section of our videos became a thing. If you go back to our first ever episode, it was a hot dog toaster. It was a product so bad that basically I decided that I could cook a better hot dog with almost anything. So the will it glizz section is there to prove that theory. So I'm going to let this hot dog cook for a couple minutes and then we'll be right back to check it. So it's been about 3 minutes. I can hear the hot water coursing through here and it's just starting to steam. So let's open it up and take a look real quick. Let me unplug this. Probably should have done that. Yeah, this is not safe. Hence why I put that warning at the beginning of my videos. Don't hurt yourself being stupid like me. Yeah, it looks like it's starting to cook. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. Put this back on. And plug it right back in. The machine is starting to steam a lot now. And I don't think the hot dog needs the entire 10-minute cooking cycle. So let me open this back up, pull this out. Let's take another look at that dog. Might be about done. Definitely getting some color change in that water. Let's take a look. That feels like it's probably done. Let me break it open. Yeah, that is definitely done inside. So I'm going to put this on the plate and get it on the bun. And let me take a bite. Not bad. It's like boiling a hot dog, but just way harder to check for doneness. Well, I'm going to get everything cleaned up and put up, and I will be right back to give you my final verdict on the Regal portable coffee set. So, what's my final verdict on the Regal portable coffee set? Well, it works great. Obviously, it's not something that I bought to be my daily driver coffee machine. I just bought it because it was cool. It's a great example of the fact that style used to be a thing with kitchen devices, and the idea of a briefcase with an entire coffee service set inside was just something I thought was awesome. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this after having done the video. It's not something I really have a purpose for. Like I said, I just bought it because it was cool. And if you happen to find something like this, if having something like this is something that you also would enjoy, I would absolutely recommend picking it up. Well, thanks for joining us today on the Thrift Store Kitchen Review. Be sure to subscribe. Follow us on both Facebook and TikTok, linked in the description below. Be sure to tell your friends about us. Leave us a line down there in the comment section below. Get out there and support your local thrift stores, and have a wonderful day.